Question 1. Which union ministry is primarily responsible for the launch and implementation of the National Scholarship Portal for students, including those eligible for ICAR scholarships? The correct answer is option B, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Explanation: the National Scholarship Portal for ICAR eligible students was launched by the Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan. While the National Scholarship Portal, NSP, is a common platform for various scholarship schemes across ministries, its launch for ICAR students by the Agriculture Minister highlights the specific ministry's role in agricultural education scholarships. Question 2. The National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, NABL, recently launched India's first accreditation scheme for which specific type of laboratories? The correct answer is option B, Mobile Food Testing Laboratories. Explanation: the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, NABL, has introduced India's first accreditation scheme specifically for mobile food testing laboratories. This initiative aims to ensure the quality and reliability of food testing services provided by these mobile units, enhancing food safety standards across the country. Question 3. With reference to the PMSSV scheme, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The scheme aims to provide scholarships to meritorious students from other backward classes, OBC, economically backward classes, EBC, and denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes, DNT-SNT. Statement 2. It is implemented by the Ministry of Education. Statement 3. The scholarship covers school fees and hostel charges for eligible students studying in class 9 to 12. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. Explanation: Statement 1 is correct. The PMSSV, PM Young Achievers Scholarship Award Scheme for Vibrant India scheme targets meritorious students from OBC, EBC, and DNT-SNT categories. Statement 2 is incorrect. The scheme is implemented by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, not the Ministry of Education. Statement 3 is correct. The scholarship provides financial assistance for school fees and hostel charges for students studying in class 9 to 12 at identified top schools. Question 4. The SMILE scheme, Support for Marginalized Individuals for Livelihood and Enterprise, primarily focuses on the welfare and rehabilitation of which of the following groups? The correct answer is option C, beggars and transgender persons. Explanation: the SMILE scheme is a comprehensive scheme by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment that includes two sub-schemes, Central Sector Scheme for Comprehensive Rehabilitation of Persons Engaged in the Act of Begging and Central Sector Scheme for Comprehensive Rehabilitation of Transgender Persons. Therefore, it primarily focuses on beggars and transgender persons. Question 5. With reference to the GOBR Galvanizing Organic Bioagro Resources Dhan scheme, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is a national circular bioenergy scheme aimed at converting cattle dung and solid waste into biogas and bioslurry. Statement 2. The scheme falls under the purview of the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Statement 3. One of its objectives is to improve the health and cleanliness in villages. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option B, 1 and 3 only. Explanation: Statement 1 is correct. GOBR Dhan is indeed a national circular bioenergy scheme focused on converting organic waste like cattle dung and solid waste into biogas and bioslurry. Statement 2 is incorrect. The scheme is implemented under the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin (SBMG) by the Ministry of Jal Shakti, not the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Statement 3 is correct. A key objective of GOBR Dhan is to improve the health and cleanliness in villages by managing organic waste effectively. Question 6. The Indian Ports Association (IPA) recently contributed 5 crore rupees for flood relief efforts in which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Assam. Explanation: the Indian Ports Association (IPA) extended financial assistance of 5 crore rupees towards Assam flood relief. This contribution highlights the role of various organizations in supporting states affected by natural calamities. Question 7. India celebrates National Handloom Day annually on which date to commemorate the Swadeshi movement and honor the handloom weaving community? The correct answer is option B, 7th August. Explanation: National Handloom Day is celebrated every year on 7th August in India. This date was chosen to commemorate the launch of the Swadeshi movement in 1905, which aimed to revive domestic industries, including handlooms. The day honors the handloom weaving community and highlights the contribution of the sector to the country's socio-economic development. Question 8. The Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MoSPI, recently signed two Memoranda of Understanding, MOUs, with Ideas and ISI Kolkata for what purpose? The correct answer is option C, to undertake research studies. Explanation: The Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MoSPI, has signed MOUs with the Institute for Development and Economic Analysis, Ideas, and the Indian Statistical Institute, ISI, Kolkata, specifically for the purpose of undertaking research studies. This collaboration aims to strengthen statistical research and analysis in the country. Question 9. The Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, APIDA, recently facilitated the first export of mustard honey from Tripura to which international destination? The correct answer is option D, Dubai, UAE. Explanation: APIDA successfully facilitated the first consignment of mustard honey from Tripura, exported by Durgang FPO, to Dubai, UAE. This initiative promotes agricultural exports from India's northeastern region and helps farmers gain access to international markets. Question 10. With reference to the PM-SVA Nidhi, Prime Minister Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi scheme, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The scheme aims to provide collateral-free working capital loans to street vendors. Statement 2. It is implemented by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Statement 3. Beneficiaries are eligible for a cashback incentive on digital transactions. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: All three statements are correct regarding the PM-SVA Nidhi scheme. Statement 1. The scheme provides collateral-free working capital loans up to 50,000 rupee to street vendors. Statement 2. It is a central sector scheme fully funded by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Statement 3. The scheme incentivizes digital transactions by offering a cashback incentive of up to 1,200 rupee per annum on digital transactions. Question 11. The Government of India recently notified 11 additional international ports to facilitate the entry of foreign nationals holding e-visas. This initiative aims to enhance. The correct answer is option C, tourism and ease of travel. Explanation: The notification of 11 additional international ports for e-visa holders is a measure taken by the Government of India to significantly enhance tourism and ease of travel for foreign nationals. By increasing the number of entry points, India aims to make its borders more accessible and attractive for international visitors. Question 12. Who recently assumed charge as the Secretary of the Ministry of Earth Sciences? The correct answer is option C, Dr. Srinivas Kumar Tummala. Explanation: Dr. Srinivas Kumar Tummala recently took over as the Secretary of the Ministry of Earth Sciences. This is a significant appointment in the government, overseeing crucial scientific research and development related to Earth systems. Question 13. The PSB conference, scheduled for August 17th to 18th, aims to bring together the leadership of public sector banks and financial institutions for what primary purpose? The correct answer is option B, to engage in work-related dialogue and operational discussions. Explanation: The PSB conference is organized to bring together the leadership of public sector banks and financial institutions for work-related dialogue, focusing on operational and strategic discussions pertinent to their functioning. Question 14. The National Handloom Designer Conference 2026 aims to empower India's handloom sector primarily by focusing on which of the following? The correct answer is option B, showcasing design-based innovation. Explanation: the National Handloom Designer Conference 2026 is specifically designed to empower the handloom sector by demonstrating design-based innovation, thereby fostering creativity and modern appeal in handloom products. Question 15. With reference to invasive alien species, IS, in India's reserved forests, consider the following statements. Statement 1. IS are non-native species whose introduction causes or is likely to cause economic or environmental harm or harm to human health. Statement 2. The removal of IS from reserved forests is primarily a responsibility of the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Statement 3. IS can outcompete native species for resources, leading to a decline in biodiversity. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. Explanation: Statement 1 correctly defines invasive alien species, IS. Statement 3 accurately describes a major ecological impact of IS, which is their ability to outcompete native species and reduce biodiversity. Statement 2 is incorrect. While the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change sets policies, the actual management and removal of IS in reserved forests is primarily carried out by the respective state forest departments and local bodies, often with support and guidelines from the central ministry. Question 16. The initiative for GIS-based urban planning and modernization of master plans primarily aims to achieve which of the following? The correct answer is option B, to enhance efficiency and accuracy in urban planning through spatial data. Explanation: GIS, Geographic Information System, is a powerful tool for capturing, storing, analyzing, and presenting spatial or geographic data. Its application in urban planning significantly enhances the efficiency, accuracy, and comprehensiveness of master plans by providing detailed spatial insights and facilitating better decision-making. Question 17. The Independence Day celebrations 2026 are set to honor which two significant themes? The correct answer is option B, 150 years of Vande Mataram and Youth Power for Developed India at 2047. Explanation: the Independence Day celebrations 2026 are planned to commemorate two specific themes, 150 years of Vande Mataram and Youth Power for Developed India at 2047, highlighting both historical legacy and future aspirations. Question 18. According to recent reports, India's import of crude oil from Russia reached a record high for the second consecutive month in July. This trend is primarily attributed to. The correct answer is option B, the availability of discounted Russian crude oil amidst global geopolitical shifts. Explanation: the surge in India's crude oil imports from Russia has been largely driven by the availability of discounted Russian oil in the international market, a consequence of geopolitical developments and sanctions imposed by Western countries on Russia. Question 19. With reference to Unified Payments Interface, UPI, as an instrument of India's digital infrastructure diplomacy, consider the following statements. Statement 1. UPI's international expansion aims to facilitate cross-border remittances and boost digital transactions in partner countries. Statement 2. India has been actively promoting UPI adoption in various countries, particularly in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Statement 3. The underlying technology of UPI is proprietary and not shared with other nations for security reasons. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option B, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: Statement 1 is correct. UPI's internationalization is aimed at streamlining cross-border payments and enhancing digital transaction ecosystems in collaborating nations. Statement 2 is also correct, as India has actively pursued partnerships for UPI adoption in regions like Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Statement 3 is incorrect. While the core system is Indian, India promotes its Digital Public Infrastructure (DPI) model, including UPI, for other countries to adopt or adapt, demonstrating a willingness to share the framework for global digital transformation, rather than keeping it entirely proprietary in a restrictive sense. Question 20. India recently took the baton for the 2030 Commonwealth Games. This signifies that India will be. The correct answer is option C, the host nation for the 2030 Commonwealth Games. Explanation: in major international sporting events like the Commonwealth Games, taking the baton is a symbolic gesture indicating that the country receiving it will be the next host nation for that particular edition of the Games. Therefore, India will be the host nation for the 2030 Commonwealth Games.